What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to episode 4 of Jive Talking with Shane D. Now let's get to the nuts and bolts and steaks and potatoes of the situation here. Last week I put up episode 4. It was removed by YouTube with a warning. Next time I will get a strike on the channel. Why? If you haven't seen it by now, the band Brass Against. I did a small little story bit piece on that. It's this lady's fault right here that my video was removed. This lady, you know now what she has done. She takes a whiz on the guy's face over here in the corner. I showed some of that and they removed my video. Now, I just wanted to point out here, this one here has 2.5 million views and it wasn't removed from YouTube. And I found about 3 or 4 different versions of the same thing and they have not been removed. But somehow in a possibly maybe 5-minute section of a 35-minute video, they found it. They said, we've removed it for content thing, blah, blah, blah. And so we're taking your video down. So this is official episode number 4 of Jive Talking with Shane Diablo. We're done with this lady. Brass Against. You want to go see that? You can go over and tag a couple more views on this guy. 2,563,404 views on his video. Still up, not removed, nothing else, but and the only thing that I can surmise from that is that it's newsworthy. So his got to go up because it was the first to go up. And so they says, well, we're going to keep that up because it's newsworthy. Anyone else that reacts to it, does anything with it, we're going to go ahead and flag them with a warning or a strike. That being said, whatever, I'm over it now. We're going to get into this. We're going to move past the bad stuff and we're going to get into it. Here's something interesting I found. It's Bob Daisley talking about how he saved Mick Mars from getting fired from Motley Crue. That's interesting. I wanted to find out more about that. In a new interview with Canada's The Metal Voice, veteran bassist Bob Daisley, Ozzy Osbourne, Rainbow, Uriah Heep, Gary Moore recalled how he convinced Motley Crue not to fire guitarist Mick Mars when the crew was on tour in the U.S. as a support act for Ozzy. I saw that tour in 1984. Bark at the Moon, Shout at the Devil, if that's the right one. He said, the night after the show, Mick went on Osbourne's bus to be with Ozzy and the rest of his band, and I went on their crew bus. So I was the only one of our lot that went on their bus, and they were having a meeting. What they were planning on doing was getting rid of Mick and getting another guitarist in. And they asked me for my opinion. So I said, well, if you want my opinion for what it's worth, I would say do not try to fix something that's not broken. I said, I've even seen it before with Lee Kerslake in the Blizzard of Oz. Oh yeah, on the Blizzard of Oz album, I said, you've got a chemistry there. You've got a functioning unit. Mick Mars is part of that. Don't fuck it up. That's my opinion. Just don't do it. And I think I saved Mick's neck. I wonder what that was. Mick was good for the band. He was part of the band. He was part of the sound, part of the delivery of what they did. It was sort of like trying to replace Ringo Starr in the Beatles. Mick, I think a few years ago, older than them, but yeah, he was older guy. He was in a band called White Horse, which, by the way, I saw a video of that the other day. You can go but find it. It's like the band was called White Horse, and it's like back in the late 70s or something. And the drummer, no shit, he does his drum set does a complete upside down turn. It looks like it's about to come down and bust and kill them all on stage. But so Tommy Lee going upside down was not the first drummer to do that. So find that if you can. It's like you can look up first drummer to go upside down or something. But Mick Mars is in that band. And I've seen there's a lot of videos out there that Mick Mars messes up. I know he's been he misses that solo in Looks That Kill a lot. Even in the that big show they did in the 80s in California, what was it called? The where they really got a big break and they went out and played. He misses it in that too. So that's interesting that he may or may not have saved his ass from getting kicked out. What would a Motley Crew look like without Mick Mars in it? Right? Is Nikki Sixx the main songwriter? Maybe that's why they were thinking about it, is that Nikki Sixx does most of the songwriting, so they're like, yeah, well, let's just find someone else. I mean, I'm not going to read all this story, but I'm sure there's a reason for it, that Motley Crue was going to kick him out, and it doesn't seem to get into any of that. Yeah, whatever. Next up here, interesting article that I saw that I wanted to check out. The Deftones have weeds. Deftones is taking their love of weed to the masses with their new line of cannabis products. That's the White Pony, right? The white pony Deftones-y looking boxes and stuff. The line is currently available only in California and was created in collaboration with Golden Barn. Is that a hot weed situation? So if you're California, grab the passenger box and let us know if it's any good. Throughout our career, it has been an ongoing mission to provide our fans with quality products. Whether it's music, beer, tequila, we put it in the time, care, and effort to make sure we deliver merchandise to the market that have been thoroughly scrutinized by all of us. That means they're smoking the weeds. They all says, well, guys, if we're going to have Deftones weed, we've got to test it all. The obvious next step in this progression is cannabis. In the foreseeable future, we will be rolling out several different products in this vertical via Golden Barn Co. at Golden Barn Co. 2. And we are excited to unveil our first, the passenger box. 9 locations that have our cannabis in stock today in California. More will be distributed throughout the states in the following week. Stay tuned. And then you got they've got their own little Deftones Cannabis Instagram here. It's just a photo. It would be nice if there was like a picture of the guitar player. He's a flat earther, so he's in tune. He's been smoking his reefer, and so you think that there would be oh, hold on, what's this? Deftones video.
We've been waiting, smoking forever.
And that's the dude.
To finally be able to present.
Yeah, that's the guy, the guitar player there. Let's see it. Let's listen to what he's got to say.
We all enjoy and like.
Hold on.
It's awesome. The passenger strain, it's got a great scent to it.
Oh, that's beautiful. I like the look of them. Isn't that a beautiful those weed nugs? When you see all the greens and the I like my favorite's this one that's got the little. See how it's got the little sprinkles? It looks like sea salt or something on it. And then I like the stuff that's got purple in it. Purple little veins and stuff. And it smells great in the bag. I'm not going to lie about that, I love the smell. But that is beautiful. And if you're a caveman back in the day, boy, I'll tell you what. Something just looks at... You look at those sweet nugs and you just say, that's telling me to smoke it. Or maybe they needed something to keep the fire going. I'm a fan of Survivor. I watch a lot of Survivor, and you always need a good corn husk when you're doing start a fire. You need something fluffy, like the corn husk or some kind of feathered stuff as your ignitant. And maybe the cavemen would look at that and go, yeah, toss some of that in and cook it up. Then next thing you know, you're starting to feel frosty. You're starting to feel pretty damn good with it. And you're like, hey, you got to remember where them nuggets are, man, so we can go and put some more of them in the fire.
When you open it up, tastes just like it smells, gets the job done. Everybody looks at flower through their own prism, and I'm looking for the density in the buds, the crystal content,
Oh, there's the crystal content. Yeah, I mean, just beautiful looking.
How much is on there? That's like, and trying to smell the smell first before anything. Like if it smells amazing, you're already like, this is gonna be good.
Has he been smoking? He's got
great. I love him, and whether it's
he's got the sunglasses on. He's probably taken a couple tokes before they pushed play. Passion fruit, passenger passion fruit.
Whether it's concentrates, edibles, or flower, always. The key thing that matters to me, and I would imagine most everyone else, is the effectiveness. And they work real quick. You don't have to wait all day.
Has he had some work done on his teeth? I feel like he has some of them dental implants. I can't be positive on that, but he looks as if he's had some, like, very intrusive too. They're like, oh, it's easy. You get those dental implants. What we do is we put giant screws into your gums, and then we just screw the teeth in. It's like,
to notice whether they're doing what you're looking for or not. And they're delicious. Well, vaping is, to me, it's the most civilized way. It doesn't blow up the room with the smell that everybody's like, oh, there's that weed smell.
What's your mom? Steven, there you are down there doing that weed smell again. I'm sick and tired of it. Go find yourself a job. I got a job, Mom. I'm in the Deftones. Yeah, well, get a real job, okay?
It's very polite. Clean. Very clean. The packaging was an awesome process. Frank Maddox, who's done all of our artwork for many records now, awesome man. It's just, again, he does amazing work, and it's gorgeous. Of all the things that are included in this package, I actually look forward to all of it. It's not a singular thing. The flower is important, but
yeah, again, what's that?
The gummies are delicious. It's an amazing combination of stuff, and I look forward to enjoying all of them.
Well, that was a great commercial, if you ask me. That's the man that you have talking about your cannabis, because you wouldn't be able to understand old Chino Marino, would you? He'd be going, weed. So you get someone that can do it halfway decent. What was his shirt saying? I couldn't. You got to go. Why can't you just pull these videos back, man? It's kind of irritating. What was that? Bear is alive. Berries. I can't read that shirt, but anyway. So there you have that. The Deftones have weed. So won't you go and get some? And tell me how it is. This was very interesting to me. You can own Quiet Riot drummer Frankie Banali's 1970 Gretch drum kit. It's too rich for my blood, but I'm hoping there's some images and some stuff here. An early 1970s round badge Gretch drum kit in a burgundy sparkle finish that originally belonged to Quiet Riot drummer Frankie Banali is available for purchase via Reverb. This drum set includes the Gretch 1410 marching snare, yes, 2 floor toms, the 16, 16, 16, 18, the 1014 rack tom, and the 14 by 26 bass tom, which is the bass drum, right? The whole lot also comes with Banali signed Quiet Riot bass drum heads. So the family's already cleaning out the garage, right? Well, he's been gone, so let's get on with it. Quiet Riot bass drum head certified authenticity. Frankie's wife, Regina Banali, has previously reported public funeral services. Frankie Banali was held on November 15th at 2:30 p.m. So yeah, November 15th is the funeral service, and November 26th is the let's get it going. Let's get the garage sale. I really don't want to get into all what he was diagnosed, but we will read a little bit. Frankie was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer, which is miserable, on April 17, 2019, and given 6 months to live. He put up an inspiringly brave and courageous battle at the end and continued playing live as long as he could. Standard chemotherapy stopped working, and a series of strokes made the continuation on a clinical trial impossible. He ultimately lost the fight 7:18 p.m. on August 20th, 2020 in Los Angeles. So yeah, is there any there it is. There's the drum set, and it comes with the cases and everything, and it's good. And you can see the little snare head right there has the little picture that Frankie drew on it. Man, I'll tell you what, that is a beauty. I love that sparkle too. I've always wanted a Gretch drum set. I've owned a Tama. I have a Sonar. I have a Yamaha. I've always had Tama drum sets for the most part, and I've always wanted a Gretch, but I've never could afford that so much. Let's see. Okay, yes, that is that. Let's get into this. This was very interesting. Metallica. We got 2 Metallica related goodies here. You ever see that movie Clue? Have you ever played the game Clue? Mrs. Peacock, Colonel Mustard, all of that. You killed him in the library with the candlestick. Fun game to play when you're a kid. Well, guess what? Metallica partners with iconic mystery board game Clue, and they're going to have their own version. Now, I'm going to read all this through because I want to know how this is even going to work. Oh, you went to the band room and James, beat Lars with a guitar because he wasn't playing the drum beats right. Metallica has partnered up with the most iconic American mystery game Clue. Picture this. The band and crew are back at HQ to record Metallica's next album. This is already terrible. But with all the excitement, a key piece of equipment has gone missing. Oh, boy. As the hours tick by, the group grows more and more eager to begin. They decide to split up and scour the building for any traces of their missing equipment. Find out what pieces are gone missing, where it's hiding, and find out who finds it so the recording session can get back on track. This might have very well happened for Saint Anger, right? The players, you got Papa Het, you got Duder, Mr. Ripper, Dr. Groove, the engineer, and Colonel Williams. The equipment is guitar, bass, snare, drum. If it's a snare drum that's missing, they hid it from Lars. The wah, pedal, microphone, computer. This is like something that you would just have hanging around. There would be no interest in playing it, right? The artist behind Metallica Clue, Max242, stated about his involvement with the project, "We were mostly given the specs for the production of the game, as well as the storyline, which is very similar to the classic game. Oh, I did receive images of their headquarters. That was awesome to see." In the master class, which I went on and on and on about, they're in their HQ headquarters or whatever through that filming so that you can see all their goodies and flags and memorabilias and stuff like that. Even with such an elaborate project, the Metallica team always allows us artists to add their story and just create and be artists. It was an amazing experience to help create this game with them. Developed during World War II by British solicitors, the popular murder mystery board game was patented under the name Cluedo, a blend of Clue and Ludo, the name of a 19th century board game that's Latin for I play, in 1947, and then sold in North America under the name Clue, starting in 1949. Wow, it's been around that long? Several games, books, and films have been released as part of the Clue franchise. So there you have that. Very interesting. Very boring. I feel like that is just, hey, guys, James's microphone's missing. How are we going to record the new album? Well, let's go hunt it down, or we'll never be able to. That's all right, guys. Let's go buy them. We're Metallica. We have everything. We have all the money. He probably sings in a microphone, throws it in the garbage, and goes and buys a new one. This one has spit on it. I'm going to get a new one. So there's that. Another piece of Metallica fun and news is there's a Lars Ulrich Toilet. And I've said this for years, there should be. And there you see it right there. It looks homemade. It looks like someone has created this and someone has really done a painstaking job to create. It's literally Lars Ulrich with his pants down, and I guess you can sit between his legs and take a dump. So let's see what this is all about. Metallica drummer Lars Ulrich got a lot of guff from the metalheads, but the truth is, if it weren't for Lars, who knows where Metallica and metal as a whole would be today? Well, I don't want to hang that all on his head, right? Probably nowhere near as notable. Still, we can't help but laugh at this amazing art piece. One of a kind, Lars Ulrich inspired toilet. The plaster-created piece shows a young 80s Lars with long hair wearing nothing but a t-shirt emblazed with his name in the style of the Metallica logo and his legs spread wide open, ready to receive your leavings. And that's a great word, leavings. The piece was created by Prince Midnight, the same guy who created a guitar out of his uncle's bones. Can we see that? The guy likes arts and crafts. He promises the toilet will be available for use this week at Tampa, Florida's The Brass Mug. Is that a bar? Would you, number one, number two, in the Lars toilet? Let us know. There you have it. There's a full view of it. Wow. So he's been using it. Look at that. How amazing is that? I like that the guy's, he uses the same toothpaste that I do too. Crest. I like Colgate, but I've been using Crest lately. And I do Listerine at least 2 or 3 times a week. That would be a bit bizarre. I feel like I like you're losing a bit of toilet ass space with Lars's legs and stuff there. I feel like the first time you sit down on it, you're a bit uncomfortable because, it's like you're sitting between someone's legs taking a dump or whatever. But I would need more space than that. We would have to take a hammer to Lars there, his midsection, so I could completely feel comfortable. I don't know that it's even possible to sit down unless you're a child and take a dump on that seat. I need room. I need, space. And he's even got the feet and the toes and everything on this thing. So that's amazing. Prince Midnight is, amazing artist. But why he would ever want that, I don't really know. And what was this last thing here? Finally, we're going to wrap this thing up. I'll tell you that last week I was not happy because I was like, why in the hell are all these other videos up and they remove mine? And it was like I wasn't trying to be graphic with the whole thing. I think 4 or 5 people saw it before it was canned. Anyways, I thought this was pretty interesting. There's heavy metal band's gonna sit at the drive-thru at Wendy's so they can close on time. I guess this is a pretty busy Wendy's. Metal band on a truck blocks Wendy's drive-thru so they can close on time. Amen. I love that. Workers of the world, don't you hate it when you're just getting ready to close up and go home, and then customers come in and make a huge order, delaying your exit from far past closing time? Noah Russell, drummer for Vela La Vela, wasn't going to let that happen to his friends. Noah recently helped a local Wendy's by blocking up their entire store so they could close on time. Sure, there are probably better ways to have accomplished closing on time, but this is definitely the most fun. So no playing inside Wendy's, but let's never forget the classic "What the fuck is up, Denny's" viral clip. Yeah, that, if you haven't seen that, this I want to say it's a kind of a straight edge band or some punk. They play that Denny's, and you can look it up easily online. They just tear this Denny's apart. There's 100 kids in there. I don't know how they got the okay to have a concert inside of the Denny's, but they moved all the tables and stuff out of the way, and these kids are going ape shit in there. And someone got fired on this day, including the manager. But here we go, Vela La Vela. Let's watch this little video here. We took over Wendy's drive-thru. Let's see what happens.
This is our Wendy's! No one else's Wendy's! This is ours!
Oh yeah, there's all sorts of cars and stuff going on. Yeah. We have a punk rock band. They had to do a little bit of work to prepare that El Camino for this. I like the fact that Wendy's ladies back there. Oh, it's all the Wendy's employees. That was a pretty quick song. I think that if you got to do something that's long, like maybe the first Pink Floyd album or something, because I'll sit in that line. If I'm sitting there, I'll say they'll get tired. I'll sit here. I'll wait. I don't know how the rules are for that, though, for Wendy's or something like that. If there's, if the manager or whoever says, Dave Thomas says that, God damn it, if there's someone in that drive-through, it doesn't matter. You make them a double burger. You make them a Dave's double if they need it. So I don't know the rules on that. I think you could probably just turn off the menu, right? When you pull up to the drive-through and the menu lights are on it, you just turn the lights off, and then the guy says to his wife, honey, I'm pretty sure, because I can't clearly see what they have on the menu, I think they might be closed for the night. But what say you on these fun and fantastic stories? Here's hoping that this one doesn't get removed. I think this was pretty peachy. I did say, though, and I'm not going to lie, in the episode that I put up that had the brass against thing in it, I said, look, if there's a big hunk of this that's clipped out, then you'll know why, because YouTube has said, they've told me to clip that part. Well, no, they didn't even give me that option. They just took it off. Sorry, this is gone. We'll see how this one goes. Thank you for your courtesy, your kindness, your support. I will continue to do the Jive Talkin with Shane Diablo, because I like to read the stories and see what I've been neglecting all week long. So that's all I got. Swinging in. Loving you so much. Stay safe. Stay well. Be good. Be kind. Be courteous. Good deeds. Good thoughts. Good people. That's all I got. It's our Wendy's.